It's time for a long overdue book haul. Since I've been sort of MIA from this whole booktube business for a while, I haven't actually been acquiring a whole lot of books. So the books that I'm going to be showing you today are books that I have gotten since January 1st until May 15th-ish. There are only 9 books. That's actually very exciting for me because usually I do like a seasonal book haul and there are like 10 books in each season. So I should be at normal standards up to like 20 by the end so far this year. But I've only got 9. 9 books for 5 months. Not bad. And one of them was even gifted to me. Speaking of the one book that was gifted to me, that's The Seven Wonders by Adam Christopher. I actually have absolutely no idea what this book is about except probably the 7 wonders of the world. I don't know. My friend gave this to me because she said she read it, she didn't like it, she didn't even get through it, and she thought maybe I might like it or at least give it a chance. So I will at some point when I figure out what the book is actually about. If you know what this book is about, let me know down below, and also if you liked it. Then we get into the books that I got in January. I usually get like post-Christmas books. I don't actually like to get books for Christmas, so I like to pick out my own books. So I got them after Christmas because I'm a weird person. The first one of those books is Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. This is the last one in the Throne of Glass series. I actually have not made any progress in the Throne of Glass series since probably like October or November. The last book that I read was Queen of Shadows, so I'd like to get to Empire of Storm soon, but now I have the entire series so I can just binge read the rest of them, which is what I did with the last 3 books in the series, so that works the best, although these are huge. Next up are 2 Holly Black books. The first one is The Wicked King. This is what makes me realize that I have really been out of it for a long time because I read this book probably the week that it came out and it was really good. I'm not going to do a wrap up, by the way. I know, completely different topic, but I'm not going to do a wrap up for all the months that I've been reading books. I've read 22 books so far this year. If you want to know which books I've read and what I thought about them, you can go check out my Goodreads page down below. It's always down there. But anyway, The Wicked King from Holly Black. This is the second book to the Heir of Folk of what something? What's the series called? Folk of the Air, that's what it's called. I knew it was something of air and folk, but whatever. Anyway, I really did enjoy this book. It's, like I said, I've already read it. I didn't like it, I don't think, from what I can remember, because I really can't remember. I don't think I liked it quite as much as The Cruel Prince, but I did enjoy it. And because I enjoyed it, I also wanted to pick up The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. This is, from what I know, takes place in the same world as The Heir of the Folk. Not entirely sure. I don't exactly remember what this one is about, but I know that it piqued my interest. Guys, I'm really bad at this. This is what happens when you buy books 5 months ago and you have no idea what they're about anymore. But I did want to read it. I do want to read it. I will read it eventually. Next up, in January, I was able to pick up a Reaper at the Gates by Sabaa Tahir. This is the 3rd book in the Ember and the Ashes series. Is there coming a 4th book? I think there's coming a 4th book. I read the 2nd one earlier this summer and now I would like to get to this one as well. I sort of have a love-hate relationship with these series. I do genuinely love the books. When I put them down again, it's really hard for me to pick it back up and finish it. So I haven't decided if I want to read this one now or if I want to wait for any potential sequels, because I also forget what happens in these books. I know that I really enjoy them. I remember a lot of what happened in The Ember and the Ashes, but I don't remember a whole lot of what happened with, what's the book called? I don't even know what the book, Torch Against the Night. See, that's how bad I am remembering these things. Anyway, this isn't on a high priority, although I do want to read it, if you know what I mean. It's one of those. In February, I only got 1 book, and I picked up Guild of Wolves by Roshani Chokshi. The names. This one, I saw a whole lot of really good reviews when this one first came out, and then I started seeing some mixed reviews. Let me know in the comments. Did you guys read this? Did you like it? I've heard it sort of comparable to like the 6 of Crows duology with the many friends and the group activities and huzzah huzzah. So I mean, I'll read it eventually, but now I'm sort of scared. Let me know what you thought. I didn't buy any books in April, but I did get 3 books in May. The first one is The Beauty of Darkness by Mary A. Pearson. This is the 3rd book to the Remnant Chronicles trilogy. I recently, I think in May or April, I finished The Heart of Betrayal. And again, that is another one that took me 2 years to read the sequel to the first one, A Kiss of Deception, because when you put it down, they're sort of forgetful. When you pick them up, they're really great. So I got the third one as soon as I finish the second one, hoping that I will read it. I was hoping to read this one before I go to the States, because I'm not going to bring it with me because the book will get ruined in my suitcase. So I might have to wait until August when I get back. Hopefully I actually will pick it up, but I do want to finish out the series because I also picked up Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson, and I believe the second book is already out, or it's coming out while I'm in the States. So I'd like to get to this one really soon, but again, I have to read the last one first because this one takes place 6 years after the Remnant Chronicles is finished, and I don't want to be spoiled. So I have to finish that one before I can get to this one, so I can get the second one. But I really do love these world buildings. So what I really liked about them is, especially the first two that I read, they were in two different kingdoms, and the world building for both was incredible. And I loved the politics, and yes, there was a little bit of romance in it, but the magic was also really interesting. But I'd like to get to this one soon. And the last book in this book haul is one that I am currently in the middle of, and that is Romanoff by Nadine Brandes. I think that's how you say her name. This one was sold to me as an Anastasia retelling, and I love the Romanoff family retellings in general. I just find them very interesting. The Disney movie is still one of my favorites because it came out when I was a kid, or I think I was actually a teenager when it came out, but shh. Anyway, I really liked it, and so I was really interested in this one because it's also told with a fantastical element. So historical fantasy is really my thing. I really enjoyed it. I'm about 88 pages in at the moment. Yeah. The first few pages of this book really grabbed my attention, and then I lost attention for a bit, and now I'm sort of building it back. I've been having a really hard time staying focused on books that I'm physically reading. Audiobooks are no problem, but physically reading books for me has been a challenge because I lose attention and I just want to move on to the next book, and it takes too long, and I'm impatient, and oh, the problems of a booktuber. Anyway, so I hope to be able to finish this one by the end of the week. But now I have lots of videos to edit, so it might not happen. But at least before I go to the States, because I want to film a review for this one for all of you who are interested in knowing what it's about. That's it. Those are all the books that I have hauled in the winter and the spring months. The next book haul that I will bring you will probably either be from the States or after the States when I go crazy and buy all the books, because that's what I do. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have not yet, I would love for you to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.